Good morning. My name is Sarah Holland, and I am the founder of the Stronger Together Tribe and want to put this on the Health Patriot Nation. And I'm here to talk to you today about the daily business steps that are going to help you grow and achieve your goals in your business and in your own personal health and fitness journey too, because that is part of what we do as coaches. So, when I first started this, I would have loved to have had this business activity tracker that Beachbody created and put together and just released this year. And this is the result of a lot of research that the company did on what the most successful coaches in the network, the ones who are growing their business consistently, on the daily activities and things that they do to move their business forward. And it is a huge blessing and tool in our toolbox because we all want to grow our business. We all want to help more people. And this shows us exactly how to do that. We don't have to reinvent the wheel. We don't have to overthink um, what it is that we should be doing. I love this because it allows me to sit down and get to work and just check the things off the list. And I love checking things off the list. For those of you who don't know me, my background is in data analysis and marketing for an engineering company. So I've done a variety of things, but they are all very data focused and engineering y and planning oriented. And I love lists and processes and systems. And I just blame it on being in that industry for 10 years. So this is, and I'll share my screen with you in a minute and we'll go through it together, but this is the Success Club System business activity tracker. And this is going to show you exactly what you need to be doing each day. So you don't have to worry about figuring it out. So the first thing that I'm going to say is go download this from the files in our coach leadership group and print out one page for each week left in the year. So if it's January, print out 52 of them so you have them for the whole year because you're going to be using this on a regular basis and there's no reason to go find the file and download and print it every week, right? Just print them all out, stick them, get a binder, stick them in a binder, or have them bound if you really want to get fancy. But just have them all ready to go so you can pull them out every week on Monday. All right. Well, actually, it's on Thursday. Thursday is when our business week resets. So these go through from Thursday to Wednesday. So have them ready to go. And I'm going to go ahead and share my screen and we will go through it. Maybe, did I close it already? No, here we go. Okay, so here is our business activity tracker, and I'm going to go through this pretty quickly because we will be sharing more details on some of these things in other videos, our social media training, and on the invite video that's coming up a little later in our business launch workshop. All right, so we've got week here. Here's where you'll check off the national wake up call and your team call. And I would strongly recommend listening to these, joining them live if you can, but listening to them every single week. It's really going to help keep your fire lit, help you stay on top of announcements so you don't miss anything, and just so you can be plugged into what's going on with your team and with the company, new products, new challenge groups that we're doing that you can invite to, everything like that. So make the national wake up call and your team call a priority in your week. Back when I was working in the corporate world, every Monday morning we would have our business meeting. We get to work, and first thing in the morning is a weekly meeting where we would strategize for the week. We would touch base with our teams and plan our workloads and say what deadlines do we have, what do we got to do, and just kind of get started, together. And so I see these team calls as my weekly meeting with my team, both the larger Beachbody Network team and then also our team. And so for me, I make them a really high priority, and I would highly encourage you to do the same. Okay, and then right here, you're gonna write in your why each week, which is going to really help you stay motivated to actually checking off these boxes if you keep it front of mind of why it's important for you to build this business and why it matters to you. And it's got to be something that motivates you to push through some of these things that might be more uncomfortable or more challenging at first. Because we all start, with a lot to learn. And learning is sometimes challenging. So we've got to have a why that motivates you to push through that. And then the next thing you're going to put in is you're going to put in your target market that's going to help you stay focused on who you're trying to connect with. We will get more into avatars and who your niche is a little later. But for right now, I would just say, who do you want to help? And it's probably someone who's very similar to who you were when you first started or who you are now. Maybe it's a stay-at-home mom. For me, it's moms working in a corporate professional environment and trying to balance careers and kids and family and taking care of themselves. So write that in here so you stay focused on who you're talking to. And then the rest of this you'll see if you watched our Jessica's video to get this all started, to launch our workshop. She talked about the 4 vital behaviors, and these are the 4 vital behaviors broken down in step-by-step form. So be proof the products work, connect, invite, and follow up, get people results, and do personal development. And I'm going to go through these pretty quickly because, like I said, we'll provide more detail on some of these things in other videos. So first, be proof the products work, do your workout, drink Shakeology. And I would add, take care of your nutrition too, because that's also a huge part of it. So every day we should be checking those off. And then number 2, connect and invite and follow up. And you see right here, there is a time estimate next to some of these items. And for you, depending on where you are, what your life is like, that 1 hour and 40 minutes might seem really overwhelming and like you can't fit it in. And if it does, then I would say definitely adjust the times to match the time that you have available that you can invest in your business. When I first started, like I said, I was working full time and I have 2 kids, and I would have really struggled to spend 1 hour and 40 minutes every single day doing the business. Could I do it to really push towards a goal for a week? Yeah, I could do that, but I couldn't do it on a consistent basis. So I would have had to modify these times if I'd had this list back then. And it would have been really helpful. So initiate connections and add followers. We'll talk about that in the social media video. It says 20 minutes. If you don't have 20 minutes, do 10. Do 5 if you need to. Do a social media post that showcases the benefits of your healthy lifestyle or has a call to action. That's an estimate of 10 minutes. It doesn't have to take you 10 minutes to write a post. You can keep them short and simple and make them really quick. And some days it might take 10 minutes. Some days it might take 2, just depending on what you want to share. So think about that. Think about your posts. They don't all have to be long. And then the next is you update your Instagram or Facebook stories throughout the day. This I just do in little tiny snippets here and there. It doesn't have to take very much time. So I don't schedule that into my day, and I'll talk about how I schedule things into my day in one of my next videos. But these really just are fit into pockets. It's like a minute here, 3 minutes, 2 minutes there, just kind of spread throughout my day. And then responding to all new likes, comments, or views. It's just connecting with people who are showing an interest in what you're doing and appreciating their support and kind of forming a relationship with them. Again, we will go over that in the social media video, but basically people who've liked your post, who commented on your post, or who've watched your stories, you want to make sure you're connecting with them and responding to them. Because they are showing an interest in what you're doing and supporting you and just like. If you're just getting started, you don't have to spend 25 minutes. It probably won't take 25 minutes. If you have been doing this for a few years like Jessica has, you could probably spend 2 hours doing this on some days. So set a time that you can afford to spend, whether that's 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 25 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, I don't know, whatever it is, and set a timer and work from that timer. And I would say that about all these categories, set a timer and work from that timer, because otherwise I personally will make these things take me all day. I am able to overthink and procrastinate at such an expert level that I can stretch this hour and 40 minutes out into an entire day's work if I want. So set a timer and work from your timer. Um, and then invite at least 5 people to join a challenge group or learn about coaching. This may or may not take you 15 minutes. So if you do it more quickly, awesome. If you're setting a timer, if you only have 15 minutes to spend and you're setting a timer and you're only getting 2 invites out, that is an awesome realization for you to realize, hey, this is something I need to learn how to do better. And I would say this is true about any category. You know, if something's taking too long, then really lean into that and really see that as an area where you can grow and get better and learn. Um, so that's my best tip there. And then the other thing is you always need to know what you're inviting to, whether it's a challenge group or the coaching opportunity, you need to know what you have to invite to. So make sure you're clear on that too, and that makes it go a lot faster. We'll talk more about inviting in another video. And then the next step is to follow up with people you've invited because everybody's busy. Nobody is thinking about nutrition and fitness and your business nearly as much as you. Everybody has all their own things, and I've had people take months just to click the cart to, click the purchase button to complete their thing because they're just so busy. They keep forgetting. It's not a top level, it's not a thing at the top of their mind. So you've got to keep reminding people and reaching out. I have had several customers thank me for what one of them called, and I love this, called it my gentle persistence. I'm not pushy, but I just keep reaching out, keep connecting with them, keep talking with them, and just keeping them in the loop. And so that's what following up is. It's not bugging your friends. I know Jessica talked a little bit about following up in the first video, so I won't go over that too much, but just wanted to share that. All right, and then the third one is get people results. So that is checking in with your challenge group, checking in on your challengers and your customers and your coaches. Contribute to your challenge group. We should each be in a challenge group at least, or leading a challenge group. And if you are not leading one, whether you're leading it or not, you should be engaging and liking people's posts, commenting on people's posts, saying awesome job, way to go, whatever encouragement you can provide. Posting tips, posting a encouraging quote, post a little recipe. Really just being engaging and bringing life to those groups and encouraging others on their journey. So whether you're leading it or you are just participating, really engaging and contributing there. And then the next thing is recognizing achievement. Any tiny little win that our customers get, we need to be celebrating that and recognizing that, because that encourages them to keep going. And it also encourages others that they can do it too, because if they see, oh, this person who works 12-hour shifts and has 2 kids, like if she can do it, then I can do it. So we need to be recognizing achievements there, and they can be tiny, they might be non-scale victories, they can be personal breakthroughs, or they can be huge things, but recognizing those achievements is really important. And one thing that I learned is, in order to do that, you have to be communicating with your customers. So if you're not able to recognize achievement, it might be because you aren't plugged in enough with your customers and your challengers. So something to keep in mind. And then respond to questions from customers and coaches. Of course, that goes without saying. We are here to help people. And so when they have questions, we need to make sure that we're responding to them in a fairly timely manner. And then like during your next business hours, I'm not saying that you should drop what you're doing with your family and respond to your customers' questions, because that could get crazy. But don't let them go 4 days without ever getting an answer to their question. And then do personal development. Of course, Jessica talked about that in her previous video, but it's super, super important for your own personal journey and your growth and working through our own hangups and things. We can't really lead others if we aren't working through our own issues and growing in our lives. So make sure you're doing that. I know Jessica shared some great options. If you need any options, you don't know where to start, reach out to your coach, and they can help you find the best place to get started. And then here at the bottom, we are tracking our results so that we can see how these action steps are paying off over the long term. So we're going to track our number of new followers on Instagram or Facebook or whatever social media platform you want to use, your number of new challengers, your new coaches for the week, and then your Success Club points for this week and this month. So that's going to really help us see, is this working, or do we need to get better at writing our social media posts? Do we need to get better at some of these things? Where do we need to grow? So that's our business activity tracker. And I love that we can be the CEO of our own business, run our own business, and yet have this kind of support. We don't have to figure it out all by ourselves. It's all laid out for us, and all we have to do is do the work and check off the box and be consistent. And if this feels like a lot, if it feels overwhelming to you, again, adjust your time. I will go over how to schedule this into your day a little bit in another video, but you don't have to do the time that's recommended. You can adjust that, but this is what we should be doing on a daily, consistent basis. And I would say this category, the connect, invite, follow-up category, it's going to be the fuel for your business. So if you want your business to go faster, you need to add more gas to the tank. You need to push, it's like the gas pedal. You need to push down on that gas pedal a little harder in this area. If you back off on that area and we're not consistent, we will see our businesses slow down. And I've seen that time and time again in my own personal business. And so just be aware that this number 2 is like the gas pedal for your business. If you're not being consistent there, you're probably not going to see the growth that you're wanting to see. But that is, in a nutshell, our business activity tracker. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions about it, and I will see you in the next video. All right. Bye, guys.